It's that time of year when it's customary to be a little nicer, show a little kindness. Well, here's something interesting. Research shows that when kindness becomes a habit, it's also good for our health. NPR health correspondent Maria Godoy is here to explain that all. Good morning.
Good morning, Asma.
Maria, let's start with the science. What does it mean that kindness can actually improve our health?
Well, it might not surprise you to know that when we take actions to help others, it's good for our mental health. It can make us happier and feel like we're contributing to the world. But there's also growing research showing these acts of caring for others can actually make us physically healthier, too.
Like what kind of physical benefits?
Well, so there's lots of evidence linking kindness in the form of things like volunteering or helping a neighbor, for example, to living longer and healthier as we age. Some of the most striking evidence comes from something called the Baltimore Experience Core Trial. It was this large experiment where older adults were randomly assigned to either volunteer at elementary schools for 2 years or they were put on a wait list. And it was pretty intense, about 15 hours a week. After 2 years, they found that the volunteers had better brain function.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know. Here's Tara Grunwald. She's a health psychologist at Chapman University and one of the study researchers.
They didn't experience declines in memory and executive function like we saw in our control participants. And there were even changes in brain volume in areas of the brain that support these different cognitive processes.
So you could actually see the changes on a brain scan. The volunteers also said they felt like they were making a difference in people's lives. And we know from other research that when you are doing something meaningful, it's good for your mental health, too.
Mm-hmm. Do researchers know why our bodies might respond this way?
Yeah, they don't know for sure. There's probably several things going on. Laura Kubzansky is a professor at Harvard. She studies the interplay between physical and mental health. And she says stress causes a cascade of reactions in your body that can drive up blood pressure and lead to all sorts of bad things. Kubzansky says volunteering may help buffer that stress response.
Volunteering or doing an act of kindness can distract you from some of the problems that you might be having, so you might be a little bit less reactive yourself, or it may help to give you more perspective on what your own problems are.
It may also make you more physically active when you go out to help others and less lonely, which we also know is bad for health, especially as we age.
I mean, it sounds like acts of kindness are certainly good, you're saying, for older people's health. Do they also help younger people as well?
There's a lot less evidence in kids and teens, but one study that really stands out involved high schoolers who were randomly assigned to volunteer for 10 weeks with elementary school kids. And these teens also saw health benefits. Here's Julia Boehm. She's a psychologist at Chapman University.
Those students who were engaged in volunteering activities with younger students showed healthier body mass index, healthier inflammatory markers, and healthier total cholesterol.
In other words, when compared to the students who didn't volunteer, they had signs of better heart health. And there's also evidence in adults linking these kinds of helping behaviors to a lower risk of cardiovascular disease.
So it sounds like what you're saying is when we help others, we really do help ourselves.
Exactly.
That's NPR health correspondent Maria Godoy. Thanks for your reporting.
1. Key points discussed. Acts of kindness, such as volunteering, positively impact both mental and physical health. Research indicates that older adults who volunteer experience better brain function, including memory and cognitive skills, and even changes in brain volume. Kindness helps reduce stress, increase physical activity, and combat loneliness, factors crucial for overall health, especially as we age. 2. Effects on different age groups. While most research focuses on older adults, a study involving high school students showed improved health markers like body mass index and cholesterol for teens who volunteered. 3. Underlying mechanisms. Experts suggest kindness buffers stress responses and provides a sense of purpose, contributing to better mental and physical health. 4. Conclusion. Helping others not only benefits them but also improves the helper's well-being, reinforcing the idea that kindness is mutually beneficial.